question for you. What's limiting you right now? Is it time? Is it money? Is it some sin that you can't get rid of for some reason? Is it some bad habit that you can't break? What's keeping you from doing everything that God's called you to do? What's keeping you where you're at instead of where you should be? Everyone seems to have something that's keeping them right where they're at. Whether that's they don't think they have time to do something more, they don't have the money to pursue other things. Their body isn't working the way they want it to, so they can't seem to go and do. Let's take a second and just go down the list, because I want to leave you at the end of this video with no excuses for what you could be doing. If time is an issue, you have the same 24 hours that everyone else does. You can do what Bill Gates does. You can do what Elon does. You can do what Trump does. You can do what any of them do with the time that you have. What are you doing in your time that's taking up time that you should be spending elsewhere? What are you doing if it means pulling back 1 hour of sleep? If you can't do that, what if you pull back 1 hour of Netflix? What if you pull back? You can always do less of what you are doing to get more time. It's not a matter of you don't have the time, it's that you don't have the time to spare. So make the time to spare and you have the time that you need. So you have no excuse with time. What about money? Everyone says that money can't buy happiness. That's true, but it's a lot easier to be happy if you have money. I mean, think about it. Most of the troubles that are keeping you from being happy right now are stress. There's complications. There's all these things that get in the way. And a lot of them can be solved with money. If you had money to hire a babysitter, or hire someone to clean the house, or hire someone to cook, that frees up your time. That frees up your ability to do something else. If you had a private jet instead of flying commercial, you would have more time to get there. And then just think about all the things that you say you can't do because you don't have money. But why don't we have money? Is it because your job doesn't pay enough? Or is it because you're spending your money on subscriptions, on to-go orders, on all these little nitpicky things? Because just think about it this way. If you put $10 aside every month and put that into either high yield savings, either the stock market, even though the stock market's crazy right now, if you look at the 1 year graph, it's still going up. All you need is to put it in and leave it, and you'll make money. So if money is an issue, you can make money. Just do a little bit of research and you can set aside a little bit. Maybe cut back that YouTube premium and just watch a couple of ads every now and then. Cut back that extra Starbucks. Like, it's not going to make a huge difference, but in 5 years, it makes a huge difference. So little things, you can do little things to free up your time, free up your money, free up your resources in the natural realm to get you way further down the road, to free you up so that God can use you more sufficiently, more efficiently, more effectively, because the more you have in your hands, the more He can do with you. So we don't have excuses. Even if our job doesn't pay us enough, you could find a second job. You could shop around for another job. You can make money. If you need more knowledge, more training, you can do that on the side. YouTube, there's courses online, there's free stuff all around to learn anything you want to do. You can do it. We live in a time right now where there's no excuses to be ignorant of something that you want to learn. So if you take the time, again, you have the time. You have the time. No one is without or with excuse of they don't have enough time, because you can always use the time more efficiently. So let's take it to the spiritual side. That's our physical side. You have no excuses there. Well, hold on. I hear you say, but what if my body isn't doing what I want it to do? What if I'm sick? What if I'm hurting? What if I'm depressed? What if I'm... So all of those. Let's just put it this way. I like how the poet Edgar Guest put it. You have the same equipment that all the greatest of men have had. 2 strong hands, 2 strong legs, and a mind to use it if you would be wise. I mean, just tell Stephen Hawking, the man who could not use anything but his eyes and his brain, that you're limited by your body. Yes, it's painful to get out of bed sometimes, but yet you persist. Sometimes it's painful to look at the lights because your head hurts so bad with migraines, but yet you persist. God is a God of healing. If that was really a limitation to you, he would have healed you to get you where you need to be. And still, he will heal you if you ask him for it. God is a God of all good gifts. Every good and perfect thing comes from the Father of lights. So why are we still using that as an excuse? Why are we using that as an excuse? God didn't give you this pain for a testimony, although you can use it for a testimony. God will get good out of anything, but I'm trying to leave you without excuses because I'm trying to motivate you and push you into something new, into something more. There's more out there for you than this day-to-day, day in, day out, wake up, eat, and go to sleep, and work in between. There's more to this. You were made to be limitless. You were made to be free. It was for freedom's sake that God set you free, that Jesus set you free. Don't bondage yourself again to what you've lived in before. Don't bondage yourself to fear. I'm trying not to quote a ton of scripture at you, but if you read Romans 6, 7, and 8, we live under grace. We are dead to the law. We are dead to sin. All these rules, all these regulations, all these hindrances, all of these things that we think are holding us back. You are as free as a child to do anything your Father wants you to do. You just think that you're stuck where you are. You are not a tree you can move if you don't like where you are. All you have to do is see things a little bit differently. Start looking for wisdom. Start looking for prudence. Start looking for things that you can trim the fat a little bit to free yourself up. Be lean and mean and going. Because this world is changing. The times are changing. There's so much happening so quickly. I know I can't apologize for pausing so much because there's so much in my heart that I see coming. But I'm so concerned and so... I don't know how to say it. The future is bright, but we have our sunglasses on. We're choosing to look at every little thing that seems like there's no hope. But our hope isn't in this current moment. Our hope is in Jesus. Our hope is in eternity. But on a large enough time scale, this moment is functionally irrelevant and functionally the most important moment of everything. I don't know how enjoyable this is to watch. But I want you to hear my heart. I want you to hear there's more to life than this 1 second. There's more to life than getting out of bed. There's more to life than the dreams in the night. There's more to life than all of this. John 10:10, the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But Jesus has come to give us life and life more abundantly. If you don't consider your life to be more abundant, you're not living in the fullness of what Jesus came for. And I'm being harsh on purpose. I'm swatting at the gnats that are getting in your way, that's frustrating you. That's all of these things are there to limit you, to make you think that you're less than. There is no separation between you and God. There is no separation between you and perfection. There is no separation. Everything you need is within you. Everything you need, want, desire, all of eternity is within your heart. Everything that you need is at hand. I'm not speaking in a metaphysical way. I'm speaking about what you see you can have. What you speak shapes your reality. This is the true reality. This is the reality of everything. God spoke life into existence. God spoke everything into existence. And then he created you in his image so that you can speak your own reality into existence. So know that there's more, and you have no excuses for why you can't. You're just not utilizing what you have to the fullest extent. And if you don't have something that you need for the future that you see in front of you, for the dream that God's put in your heart, ask him for it, because he will, if our fathers on earth will not give us a scorpion or a serpent when we ask for a fish or for some bread, how much more will God give us all things? If he did not hold back his own son, but put him to death for our sins, so that we can be a part of his family, how much more will he give us all things? He's given us his own spirit. You have God inside of you. You are never one step away from God, and he is never one moment away from you. There's more to life than this second. Take a breath, recalibrate, ask God what to do. There's wisdom on this. There's a fresh breath. Just like the storms are rolling through Oklahoma right now, there's a cleaning in the air. There's a freshness coming. There's new growth coming. All you have to do is wait. All you have to do is watch and see and wait on the Lord, and he will give you all things that you need. So I hope this encourages you, and I hope this spurs you on. Be blessed. I love you all. Thank you.